So to wrap up, like here, like we really have, it's like in rural Zhejiang, like we really we have witnessed this like gradual de-agrarianization of elderly villagers' livelihood. So even though like land is still important, but they have like other sources of like off-farm income, and even for and also like because agrarian capitalism has been more successful in Zhejiang. So ironically, like villagers in Zhejiang who actually need the farming income less, their farming income is actually more secure because of more successful agrarian capital accumulation. And it is the reverse in rural Anhui. In Anhui, with no like few alternative sources of income, land actually matters much more to older villagers in the countryside, older villagers. But actually here, agrarian capital accumulation is more like it is more likely to fail, with all the dynamics that I have described, right? So the impact of land transfer on, livelihood of older villagers really, diverge across the two sides. So in the inland region, so this person says, like old people's survival, of course, depends on land. If we can't get land rent, we can only rely on our children. We will only get money if they're filial, which is in no way guaranteed in today's world. Otherwise, even eating may become a problem. Yeah. So in Zhejiang, so even with all these things, rural households still have sufficient sources of income. But in rural Anhui, failed land transfer is really kind of depriving, right, combined with other dynamics, really depriving older villagers of every major source of their income. So many of them become strapped and become really poor, but they don't really have voices, right, to say this to the wider public. Yes. So as a result, does this policy really kind of narrows the transregional inequality across spaces? Not necessarily. Even though my is only a 2K study, based on several hundred households, a few hundred households, but still, the kind of putting out the potential mechanisms that kind of explains why, originally intended as a spatial fix to narrow inequality across spaces, why that doesn't work.